Japan's Takaichi to revamp Indo-Pacific vision in speech. May 3, 2026. Japanese Prime Minister Sonai Takaichi is set to outline her vision for the Indo-Pacific in a speech in Vietnam, aiming to strengthen economic and security cooperation across the region amid rising concerns over China's growing assertiveness. The address marks 10 years since former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe introduced the Free and Open Indo-Pacific (FYP) initiative, which promotes rule of law, freedom of navigation, and open trade. In her speech, Takaichi is expected to emphasize the importance of autonomy and resilience among Indo-Pacific nations. She will propose expanded collaboration in areas such as artificial intelligence, energy security, and undersea cable infrastructure, while also pledging financial and material support to enhance maritime law enforcement capabilities across the region. This effort reflects Japan's broader strategy to expand its international role while securing critical resources through more resilient supply chains. Takaichi has taken a notably assertive stance in foreign and security policy, including easing restrictions on weapons exports and participating in joint military exercises with the United States and the Philippines. Her remarks last year regarding Taiwan drew strong criticism from Beijing, which views such actions as indicative of Japanese militarization. During her visit to Hanoi, Takaichi met with Vietnamese Prime Minister Le Minh Hung to discuss deepening the comprehensive strategic partnership between the two countries. Their talks focused on enhancing cooperation across multiple sectors, and resulted in 6 agreements covering space technology, communications, irrigation, infrastructure for climate resilience, and low-carbon development. Financial details of these deals were not disclosed. Choosing Vietnam as the venue for her speech is seen as strategic, as the country shares concerns about China's expansive maritime claims. The visit also highlights Japan's focus on securing supply chains, particularly for critical minerals. As Japanese companies shift manufacturing operations from China to Vietnam amid geopolitical tensions, Hanoi has become an increasingly vital partner. Takaichi has underscored economic security as a key pillar of bilateral cooperation, noting Vietnam's importance in supplying essential goods, including medical equipment. Japan's reliance on China for rare earth minerals has driven efforts to diversify sources, and Vietnam, with the world's 6th largest reserves, offers a promising alternative. Economic ties between the two nations have grown significantly. Vietnam has recently surpassed China as a top destination for Japanese investment, reflecting shifting business sentiment. Bilateral trade reached $51.4 billion last year, and Japan remains Vietnam's largest provider of development assistance. It is also a major investor and a key partner in tourism and labor, with over 680,000 Vietnamese residents in Japan forming one of its largest foreign communities. Energy cooperation is another area of mutual benefit. Vietnam has sought external support for oil supplies, and Japan has responded. Ahead of Takaichi's visit, Idemitsu Corporation announced plans to supply 4 million barrels of crude oil to Vietnam's Ghi Sun refinery at the Japanese government's request. The FOIP initiative is also being tested by global developments, including tensions in Iran that have affected energy markets. Japan is reportedly planning a $10 billion financial support mechanism for Southeast Asia to help countries cope with rising oil prices, demonstrating its commitment to regional stability. Following her Vietnam trip, Takaichi will travel to Australia to further strengthen ties, particularly in security, energy, and people-to-people exchanges. Meanwhile, Japan's Defense Minister Shinjiro Koizumi will visit Indonesia and the Philippines, where Japan's self-defense forces will participate fully for the first time in joint military exercises with U.S. and Philippine forces. Together, these efforts signal Japan's intent to play a more proactive role in shaping the Indo-Pacific order through both economic partnerships and enhanced security cooperation. By Bloomberg, story by Sakura Murakami, Gwyn Du Tu Yuyan and Chao Ban, Arrow 3, 2026.